Hello YouTube and welcome back to Flads. This is Battlerite, and yes, I have been away for a long time. What have I been doing, you may ask? Well, I've been playing League of Legends, I've been mountain biking, I've been playing football, I've been working a lot, nearly got my excavator license, which is good, and overall I've just decided to give YouTube a bit of a sidestep. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, but haven't really felt the need to do anything. However, since Battlerite came out and I've been playing some other games, 8-bit hordes and 8-bit armies, which is a really good value if you're into RTS as well. Since Battlerite came out, I thought, well, you know what, this is nice and quick. It's a really easy game to get into, but I imagine it's quite difficult to master, and to be quite honest, I suck at it. But the point is, it's fun. It's a genuine MOBA, 2v2, 3v3, straight up PvP action. There's the same classes as you usually have within these kind of games. You've got a support, DPS, tank, a melee. The melee guy kind of does the job of tank and sort of DPS as well, but generally they're there to try and get in the way most of the time, and then obviously the support does the healing and the DPS does all the damage. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. Very quickly though, this is made by Stunlock. These are the same people that made Dead Island Epidemic, which was one of my favourite games for a very long time, and then they cancelled it, which I thought was a stupid idea, because the game was actually finished and had a lot of people playing it, and was good. Like, that's rare for a game to come out. It was unique, it was fun, it had some great characters in it, it had some great combinations that you could play in it, and I liked the whole 3v3v3 thing. I thought that worked really well. Anyway, they decided to scrap that and make Battlerite. It controls all the same, basically. It's the same game without an objective, which, I don't know, it comes across as a bit naff sometimes. But that said, this game is actually pretty fun, and because the rounds don't take that long, it keeps you entertained as much as anything. It's actually quite difficult because this is an entirely skill shot orientated game, and anyone that's played a MOBA with me will know I'm not that great at it. Anyway, so have a quick look at the champions. You get all of these when you buy the game. It's not free to play, or at least I don't know if it's going to be free to play, but at the moment you have to pay for early access, and you get access to all future characters, so I'm guessing it's going to be a pay to play. You've got your melee champions. These are like your tanks. They will do damage, like this Croak dude does a lot of damage, and there's also another one, but I'll show you in a minute. He does a lot of damage too. Then you've got your range characters. Now, I believe it's this dude, Ashka. He does so much damage. I think that's the fire dude. Anyway, he hurts me a lot. And then you get your support characters. They're generally... It's quite difficult being a support in this game, because if you don't get it right all of the time, your team dies quick, and if the DPS doesn't do his job properly, you die quick as well. Anyway, I'm going to be playing as Jade. She is the base character pretty much for everyone as you enter the game, and we're going to be doing some DPSing today, I hope. Anyway, you'll catch me in game. Okay, welcome to the pre-game lobby, and here we get to test out our skills and also pick our Battlerites, after which this game is actually named. Now, the Battlerites act as your build, and before every round you'll get an opportunity to alter your build slightly. So, as you can see here, I've got one for survival, one for mixed effects, and one for offense. Now, as a DPS, I should be going for offense, but really, because I'm not that good, I'm going to go for survival. So this will make me immune to damage whilst I'm in my stealth talent. So down the bottom we've got my left click, which is my sort of basic attack, my right click, which is a pinning shot, my space, which is my sort of jump out the way vault, my Q, which is my stealth, and my E, which is my disabling shot. Now, as per all these kind of games, the best thing to do is try and stay together, make sure that the tank is not taking all the damage, and that the DPS is able to deal as much damage as she can without being overly wrecked. Now, we're actually doing a pretty good job of working on their support here, and their guy at the front isn't so much a tank as she is a melee DPS. Think Thrall more than ETC, so hopefully we can get a kill here. Yeah, there's one. Are we down one as well? We are, so it's actually getting pretty close at the moment. We've managed to pick up 2 kills. I haven't died yet. Now, this is freaking amazing. Let's try and stay away from him. This guy can do so much damage if you let him. We need to try and silence him, and then we can get the rest of our damage down. My ultimate will be up in a second. We may not need it though. Yeah, we just get the kill without any good. At last, you wouldn't believe how long it's taken just to get one freaking round win. I've been getting my arse handed to me recently. JD is a lot of fun though, and because obviously you're DPS, you do have an important role, but at the same time, it's harder to be the tank, or especially the support. I found the supports to be really difficult in this game. Okay, next Battlerite, we are going to go for another survivability talent. I have to try and stay alive. Firstly, because I don't know the support or tank. I'm not playing with any friends. And secondly, because I get hit a lot because my positioning is still not very good. I have to concentrate a lot on my skill shots, which means I'm not concentrating on my positioning, and that can lead to some damage. Fortunately, I've got a pretty decent tank and a pretty decent support with me who are looking after me, and they're keeping me nice and safe, so we can silence her. We'll just try and land as many skill shots as possible. If I can land my skill shots, we've got a much better chance, and this game relies so heavily on skill shots that you'll find that for people like me who are pretty shit at the game, and don't really combo my abilities properly, the person that lands the most skill shots generally will win the game. That does sound obvious, but it's not actually something that... Oh my god, I'm missing all my stuff and I have to leave now. That was my ultimate, which does a fair bit of damage, but it's not and when they're low, it does a lot more damage. Like, I don't know if it's a percentage based, like, oh, we got him. Can we get there? Yeah, sets up the kill nicely. Okay, so now we're 2v2 now. We've just got to try and avoid too much damage, because that support will wreck me, which is quite annoying. This orb in the middle will actually give you a shield and some health back. And we managed to pick it up there as well, so we managed to get the stun off with our jump, and now I've just got to try and avoid getting focused too hard by this melee DPS, and we should be able to finish her off here. Oh, I got interrupted. Oh my god, and she absolutely nailed me. That was during my ultimate as well. Come on, fight back, fight back. Oh no. That's 1-1 in the best of 5. I think what happened, I've not actually played that character, but she releases this electric shield, which then sort of grabs everyone and brings them together. It's very similar to a character in Dead Island Epidemic called... what was her name? It was a woman, and she had electricity powers as well. A lot of this game is very, very similar to Dead Island Epidemic. A lot of the mechanics are the same, a lot of the character bases are the same, and the art style is very, very, if not lawsuit-worthy, similar to Overwatch. As you may see, I don't know if we'll go and look in the character creation at all for this video, but just know that they've not exactly tried to dress up the fact that a lot of inspiration has come from Overwatch. So we're gonna this fight is gonna have to get going at some point, and no one's really too keen. They're staying out of my range. That's what she did. That electricity thing, which brought me into her ultimate, which just kicked my ass basically. Let's see if we can land a skill shot for once. Yep, managed to get that off. Let's go away and get a stun in. The pace of this game is actually really, really quick, and that can be fun. It can also be quite difficult, especially for YouTube videos. I didn't expect this to be quite as difficult to do. I've got my ultimate now, so I need to try and get out of this and just get away from any of the DPS. And what you want to try and do with your ultimate is wait till everyone's used their evasion talents, and then you need to come in yourself and use your ultimate, because it's actually pretty easy to avoid getting hit by skill shots in this, as long as you manage your cooldowns properly. And at the moment I'm gonna get myself in a bit of trouble here. I don't know if my support needs to get with me really, because at the moment we are massively spread out. I can't even see. Oh, right, he's gone down here. So that's his ultimate. And I'm now 3v1 and they are full health. So this is going to be quite awkward. As you can see, if you don't stay together, your team will get wrecked pretty quickly. It's actually quite a nice game if you have some friends to play with, because I think you'd actually destroy people pretty quickly. But even at this pretty crappy level, I'm playing at like rank 7, if you don't play as a team, and how you would do if you went into, say, a raid in Warcraft, you will find yourself getting decimated pretty quickly. So finally, we are going to take an offensive Battlerite here. I was going to say talent, but it's Battlerite. We're going to take Slayer, which means that anyone under 30% health takes 20% increased damage. So if we can get them low, we should be able to do a bit more DPS. But I did not quite anticipate how hard playing a game that I'm not massively good at and trying to commentate it at the same time, considering the pace of it, was actually going to be. Let's just stay out of too much trouble. And that was the counter. That's the electric shield. So that must be, I don't know if that's her Q, or if that's her, or one of her, or her evasion itself, like her, instead of having a jump. But it certainly does a lot of freaking damage on me. And she's been petrified. Can I damage her while she's petrified? Yes. Don't want to be hitting the tank too much. It's this dude at the back who's chucking out all the fireballs who we really want to be doing the damage to. And we're already down 1. And now we're down 2. And this is going to get freaking awkward. And once again, we're down to 3v1. So I have a feeling that this is going to be the end of me. Let's try and escape for a little bit longer. But at this stage, these guys have a lot of health and a lot of damage as well, and it was just never going to work. So hopefully you got the idea about this game. I'm not great at it, but for those of you who like to play quick games, although this one went on for like 10 minutes, but those of you like short battle arena type PvP games, it's actually a really fun game with what seems like a pretty high skill ceiling too. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually led into some kind of esport, because it does lend itself quite nicely to it. But as you can see, we did the most damage in the game on average, but it didn't do shit because we got wrecked 3-1. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Flads. This has been Battlerite. Cheers and goodbye.